Andrew, you ran that run like a man on a mission.
That was a mission, you know. The conditions out here are pretty optimum for Indianapolis. Even though it's not a sea-level track, we're still going really fast. Cool, dry air is the key to making motorcycles go fast, and we got a lot of that this weekend. So, you know, 81.5, I can't say thanks enough to my team. You know, the V-Rod was just screaming past the finish line. You know, 1,000 foot felt like I was at the quarter mile, but it still had to go another 300 feet. It held together, and it was screaming.
Can you sense that when you're on the bike and you're in a great run?
You can. You know, it feels kind of slow at first because it left nice and straight, nice and smooth all the way to 8th mile, but you could feel the engine just revving as fast as it possibly could, and it was pulling more RPM than it ever has across the finish line. It was just going. It was the V-Rod. I was just along for the ride. The bike was doing all the work for me.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing to be the man to beat?
I think it's a good thing because hopefully it'll turn the heads of the competitors a little bit, and maybe they'll try stuff that they wouldn't normally try and miss it here and there. So it could be something where, you know, it might work in our favor.
There's got to be an intimidation factor there, I think, that you've got now.
I would think so. You know, I've been in the position where I've raced bikes that were a lot faster than me. You know, Hector had the record last year. Karen had the record beginning of this year. So, you know, you go up against somebody like that, you know that they have a quick bike. Whether they're off or on, you know, you never know when it's going to come back. So you just got to be ready for them. And
you build from here, right? You're going to go faster?
I don't know if we go faster. That 81 was pretty stout. Conditions are going to get a little worse throughout the weekend. It's going to get progressively warmer each day. And, you know, we hit the nail on the head that time. We were top of the sheet. We get a run sheet after every run that tells you all the incremental times. And we had the best 60 foot and the best number ever all the way down the track.
I saw them give that to you, and I think the figures were you were top all the way across?
Yeah, I was top all the way across. That's something, you don't get those very often. You know, that's something that you hang on the wall that you're proud of.
You look like you were pretty happy.
Yeah, our team isn't known for going the best 60 foot, and to have the best 60 foot of the round, that just shows you that we finally put the whole package together with the beginning and the end.
So you think you'll be able to carry this momentum on?
I believe so. Our team's working really well together. We got a lot of great stuff going together at the shop, and I'm real excited about the rest of the countdown.
Looking forward to having an Indy trophy back home again? I mean,
I've never won one, so it'd be nice to have an US Nationals trophy sitting on the shelf. My brother won 2, and just haven't been able to seal the deal on Monday here. Hopefully this is the year.
Kind of all in the family thing then.
It is. You know, it's been a family deal. There's a lot of tradition that goes back here. I remember when my dad raced back here in the early 90s, and Terry Vance was racing in the 80s. So,
what'd your brother say to you after that run?
He was just in awe like I was. We couldn't believe that 81 popped up on the board, but it was a nice, clean, straight run. Didn't spin the tire anywhere down track, and it was hooked up all the way.
Does that mean it's easier to go that fast? I mean, is it an easier run when you really, everything's together?
It is. When it's going nice and straight, you know, they feel like the slowest runs. But when you hear the engine screaming like it was on the Screaming Eagle V-Rod, you know it's a good pass. And, you know, to put an 81 up on the board, it's great for the crowd out here in Indianapolis. I heard them going nuts when I was making the turnoff. So when you can hear them a quarter mile away, that's pretty good.
Can you see the speed sign down there when you're going by? Or?
Sometimes you can hear because the scoreboards are about 150 feet past the finish line, and if you look up you can catch a glimpse of it, but I try not to. Plus I have blinders on my helmet, so I can't see my competitors. So when I test here and I wear a different helmet with no blinders, then I can see the scoreboard no problem.
Well, we're looking forward to your next run.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Hopefully get back up the record and get those 20 bonus points.
Yeah, great. You're in the books. How's that make you feel?
That was my quickest run ever. I went an 84.5 3 years ago in testing, which unofficially was the quickest run still to this day. But we had never been able to duplicate that, and that was duplicated. Plus we have, you know, X amount more power than we did 3 years ago.
Yeah, did Mr. Harley and Mr. Davidson smile on you from somewhere?
I'm sure they're watching on the internet, getting feedback from all their people out here at the races, so I'm sure they're happy with it. And Billy and Willie, I'm sure they'll have some smiles on their face when they show up on Monday.
Yeah, it's great for your fans.
It is. You know, Harley Davidson following out here is great, and you know, I couldn't ask to be associated with a better company.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Thanks.